Okay, we're here. Sorry, forgive me. The One Piece chapter just came out, and we've been waiting like 2 weeks, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna do this, and now we're doing this. And yeah. So hello to everyone. I'm gonna drop my links really quickly so people are alerted. But we're here. We've got 30 submissions to go through, and it's gonna be a fun time. Ooh, this is cool. Reply. Cool. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Bids and lives. You'll notice I got a new keyboard, so it's no longer the super annoying clickety-clacks. Now we have a soft, gentle press. Very nice. Let me get rid of this. What is up? I'm not Studio. What is up, Kieran? How we doing? Let's just jump into it. I do have to apologize. I know that it is not on a weekend. Differs, hello, what's up? You had a submission on the forum, but I don't believe it was related to the edit. Maybe you were talking about the Halloween competition. By the way, speaking of which, in that regard, that is still going on. So there is a couple, I would say 19. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Really? 31 minus 9? 31 minus 9. 22 days left. 21 days left for the Halloween art contest. I did not mention this in the post, but when we get to the halfway point, I will mention this. But first place wins Nitro Premium. If you already have Nitro Premium, you can tell me who you would want to gift it to. Second place wins regular Discord Nitro, and the same rules apply there, where you can ask me to gift it to someone, or I guess I just give you the link. And third place, I'm still thinking of something. So for now, you get a high five and a hug. Wow, I'm early for once. Hello, I have one last minute submission. Go for it. You got it, Torma. Insane moment in history. What's up, Pixel? Shookey, long time no see. I'm so bad. I'm going to bed. I'm going to go to bed early. Isn't it like 3 a.m. where you are right now? Which I was going to quickly mention. Apologies to my friends that are located in Asia. I know this is a very inconvenient time. I also know that this is not on a weekend. It is in the middle of the week, but that is because I am unavailable this weekend, unfortunately, and I didn't want to have to do these streams a little super close to each other. I already knew it was a little awkward with the overlap, so we're doing it today. Hopefully that works. We already have a lot of people in the chat, so that is very nice. So hello Ludo, hello Hiccup, hello Chris, hello Michael, hello Petscop, hello Jew, Flunky the wielder of nothing in reality. What's up, Doc? I'm from Germany and broke, but happy. That's all that really matters. We, of course, got our one and only Shookbot here. Shookbot, how are you doing today? Tragbaha Katze. Alrighty. That was for my Germans. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. We are a little under 5 minutes, so we will start with our first one here by Liddy Cooner, the video game. Their piece is titled In the Office Beta Mix. Their description is: the advertised track is mashed up with Meet the Flintstones at 044, a bomb infuses. That is a lot of words. I also feel like my mouse is being a little weird, like I'm getting this weird mouse acceleration thing. Oh yeah, so this is our regular image. I thought that it would be a wonderful submission to submit because you have this very blank, empty wall, which can kind of act as a canvas. So I imagine we'll see a lot of images being propped up onto them. I thought that this really worked because you could put well, it's a double doorway, so obviously you can do any type of door manipulation, maybe put a hallway, maybe put like a black hole or something like that. And then I thought that this was kind of nice too, because maybe if you wanted to put like a character to sit down on or something like that. So here is Liddy Cooner's The Video Games in the Office beta mix, and what is interesting about this is that they did actually manage to do all of the things that I had thought that people would do, so that's kind of cool. We're getting a little creative here already with our first one. Your mouse is scared of the catsa. Hey Ayla, how's it going? Titus, how we doing? Hey, did he get my record? So we have a lot going on here. I see that we have a lot of characters. I believe that this character in the middle here is Liddy's OC. We have a YouTube comment here that says gay with 387 upvotes. We have Mario, Kexman Work Co. Ripping is hard as snow, and I don't know what that says. But what stands out to me the most is obviously they're trying to win my heart because they have various My Little Pony references. We have a pixel art Luna, what I believe is from Luna game, although investigating it a little closer, they don't look similar. And then we have a button mash over here. That's funny. There's also some text hidden over here, but I guess we'll never know what that is. I imagine this is also one of their OCs that I mentioned in Gregory Horror Show. And then we have a cool little Mario image, and then we of course have the Apple Bloom jump scare from the Luna game, which I think would be fun to play on stream sometime. So yeah, we have a little froggy here. So just a little fun edit. I like that they drew a little door knockdown thing here. They didn't just replace it. It's like, boom, you know, like they're coming at you. The door gets knocked down. It's like tradition to make wallpapers of regular image for edits. Yeah. I typically have them as my wallpapers too, afterwards. My last upload is copyright-free music though, since it made... Oh, awesome. Good. Thank you for letting me know. It's not here. Wow, niche family. What's up, Ghost Synth? How are you doing? Somebody brought you up the other day. There was like it was like a model of like a combine soldier with no textures, and we all thought of you. I lost my top fan position, LOL. Oh yeah, that thing is, I don't understand YouTube. They're always trying to do some stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next submission by Weary. Thank you, Liddy Cooner, for your creative and funny submission. This one, oh, don't look at that, spoilers. This one, to me, looks like it leans a lot more into the liminal aesthetic. What's up, Greenlandia? How are we doing? So obviously they took the image and then they kind of like, oh, this is kind of trippy, not gonna lie. Yeah, Minty, I have to ask, isn't it like 4 a.m. for you, or like 3 a.m. or something like that? I had to upload my 5th and final edit via Google Drive. Okay, cool. I just got done, I'm screaming. I like this image a lot. I think it's kind of interesting that they have it going out to an open road, as we can see the median here, clearly with the yellow line. There's this symbol here, which is a little cryptic. Maybe it's like a little logo, but there's another one over here. So what leads me to believe is that maybe there's some type of symbols, like a language of some sort, and this actually looks to be different from this. So maybe it's like some, like I'm getting this, that's crazy, 413. Really good, this one, yeah, I agree. What I'm like freaking out about with this image is the fact that we know that this area over here is kind of like a inside continuation. So then this kind of implies that this little box area is kind of its own pocket dimension of sorts, but then these two doors kind of lead to the same outdoor area, is what I'm picking up on in this lore. They didn't leave a message, so I think they're just totally leaving this image to interpretation. We actually do have some more symbols here, although I don't imagine any of them match, and then all the photos are the same. And it looks like the symbol, from what I can understand, is like a do not, and then a door plus symbol. Effect, what's going on? I got you in the list. Reminds me of how some pictures, maybe the same artist made by the level 94 picture. I haven't made mistakes, because I've been a mess for weeks. Wow. It was the guard from SCP Security Breach with no textures. Got you. But yeah, this is a really cool, really creative one. So thank you, Weary. Seeing what everybody else thinks. We got crown emojis. I wonder what's inside the doors. When I come inside, could be a fun video game. Oh yeah, that would be a really cool video game. I don't know. I guess you would just make like a facade for these little doors, and then it would be like you'd have your little dimensional entrance type situation. Kind of like Portal, I guess. Very cool. Shookbot, any thoughts? Yo, Gingy 6 doors is peak gaming. You know what? Yo, Genghis has nothing on Weary's submission because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doors. So step up your game, Yo, Genghis. How do I submit the image? I would post it in Discord, copy that link, and then post that into the form. Steph Cake, how are we doing? Long time no hear from. Hope you're doing very well. Hopefully you're still continuing to make your awesome artwork. We're going to go ahead and move on to Tony Pro, who has a very interesting one. It seems to be very monochrome. They write, "There was no being in sight, but I was not alone. They have selected to use the Thriller or Chiller font, which I don't believe you need to use this type of font to portray a message that, like, if you're attempting to do something that invokes crypticness or horror, I think that the silly font, being that it's just so popular, not the fact that it itself, just like this font explicitly, I like, if you want to do a scary font, that's fine, but I feel like with this one specifically, it's like when I see Arial, it just removes me from all immersion because it just makes me think like I'm gonna pick like one of the default fonts. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's a nitpick, but there's a lot of good, so I might as well start with the bad. Not that it's bad, it's just an opinion. But I like that we have this face here. I obviously can see that this is like a dither effect. Jew is mentioning that it looks like thick oozing blood. That's an interesting interpretation, because for me, I just imagine somebody like seeing red. But it's very cool. It does make me wonder how they might have come up with this, and it also kind of reminds me of like Mandelbrot fractals. Pretty sure ICP container for each parent version has an unused model name MTF2.B3D, which features a soldier with a gas mask. I think it was supposed to be the color blue before the final version being brown. Whoa, bloody room, scary, really cool. I remember Roblox Dream Emulator game. After all, in the first dimension, you enter the wrong angle, you'll end up in a hell like... You know what's funny, Aaron, is that I actually made a Roblox LSD Dream Emulator type game like 10 years ago. So that's maybe you played the one I made. No, I highly doubt it, because it wasn't actually based off of that. I mean, it was based off the game, but I didn't name it that. It was just called something else, like Dream Factory or Dream Dimension or something like that. Sonic.exe font, yeah, there you go. Feels very crimson. It's too typical of a scary font. Yeah, exactly. Always love seeing funky fonts like that. I don't mind seeing funky fonts. I just don't like the fact that it's the default Chiller / Thriller font. Like I said, it's like seeing Arial or like seeing Comic Sans or seeing Helvetica. It's like you're just going with the font that you think is gonna elicit the most like emotion that you're trying to convey. Like if you do Comic Sans, obviously you're doing something like ironic, and if you're doing Arial, obviously you're doing something like serious, and if you're doing Helvetica, it's obviously something like corporate. To me, it just reads as performative. You know, there are other scary fonts that you can pick from. If my eyes were like bleeding blood, Schizophrenia Simulator. I also remember Embryo of 666. Oh yeah, that's true. This game is kind of like Lucius Barzini. I think the game isn't listed. I think that I use LSD Dream Emulator textures for the Roblox game from my library, but I don't know how to credit it since LSD is based off of the drug. Guys, does anyone know Evelica? It depends if they changed the color. I think that would have been better. It's like seeing a thin layer of blood dripping off the objects. I think the decal in question is a Dream Emulator vent, which I put. Cool. Handwriting would be sick. I think handwriting would be awesome. And it's not hard to do. I mean, do handwriting and then mask it. Can't be that difficult. There's so many artificial intelligent, tools at your disposal. Hi, I didn't know the stream started, but I wanted to comment my edit and talk about the references. Yeah, so we covered yours 2 back if you want to go watch that, and then if you want to come back and put your comments. I'll be sure to read over them. Let's go ahead and move on. Tony Pro, this is really cool. I think this part is my favorite because, well, it is freaky. It reminds me of the Spirit of the Harvest Moon from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Next, we got Minty. Okay, so they wrote in their submissions, they said that my message is in the image. Hopefully they're not asleep, at least they can see one of their submissions. They wrote, "It was raining when I made this, a sudden typhoon, and I'm stuck outside with no umbrella. And here I am, now, incredibly sick." That's funny. We have a little, like, I don't know. Not like a watermark. Maybe like a timestamp. Isn't LC Dream Emulator based off the main programmer who owns Dreams instead of drugs? I personally don't think the game... I don't know. It's such a toss-up because some people say it's not because they would never do that in Japan. But at the same time, why name it LSD besides, like, the acronyms, you know? Like Lucy in the Sky with Dynamites, which is like a reference to the Beatles, and that's obviously a reference to LSD, so I don't think LSD had any part in making the game, but I think what the general vibe is, maybe it can be based around it, you know? Evelica, I don't know what that is. Hey, it's me, Goated Minty, Japanese Freddy. Is that Omori font? Multiverse begins. Hi, how are you, Shookey? I'm very well. AJ, how are you? One of many this time. Always love yours, Minty. Definitely no secret messages here. Ha ha ha. Minty's edits are so good. Yeah, we have a lot of Minty edits, which I'm very looking forward to. I think at least 5 or 6, which is great. I will never not encourage some multiple submissions. So we might keep this open and open a new tab since there's something about hidden messages and Easter eggs, but the things I'm noticing so far, I'm noticing a lot of blue. This looks like to be some type of blue flowers, and this maybe is just some, like, maybe blood marks or something. There's like a little S here with some more blue marking. There's some more, what do you call it, artifacting. We have some characters here, which I don't recognize. And then obviously we have our message here. Another hidden message here, it looks like. And then obviously we have the original image, which is overlaid under this building with it looking disheveled and falling apart. And then we have our 2D Shookey sprite. Hi, I'm dead inside today. Ivuka passed away on October 5th. She's not posting anything. She's not posting anything. Days ago, condolences for her and her family proved me wrong. I got a heavy cold during this time, so I made this my only inspiration at the time with no internet, nothing but already existing images from my laptop. Hello, dead inside today. I'm Jew. Could it be flowers like stickers on the door? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool too. But it'll probably make my day better. By the way, Lydia isn't a Gregory Horror Show OC, but is a character from Midnight Horror School. Another show from the same creator. Okay, cool. There it is, by the way. Let me run through these. And next we have Float. Float says there's only like 1/4 of the original image, but it's too late to turn back. Also, I should go over to see if any... Okay, so nobody has titles currently, and we have floats here. This is really cool. I like that there is creative intention. Float always creates somewhat of a narrative, and what I've learned is that you kind of have to look at it in a linear fashion. Oh wait, Shookbot, thoughts? What do you think, Shookbot, going forward? Each year, you are not changing, the time is changing. Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with anything that we'll continue to look at. So Float's art, you kind of have to like look at it very narratively, so you kind of start with one thing and then branch out from there. However, from looking at it, it looks more like most of the action is happening in the 1/3 of the image. It looks to be located in somewhat of a royal palace. We have two people that were, at least in the image, these two people, maybe it was somebody else, because the way I'm kind of reading this currently, and I could be wrong. Okay, I actually want to quickly talk about the editing before I break into the thematical narrative. elements of it. This is so well done with the blood up against the pillar. That is just like fantastic. And then of course we have the blood on the hands. Like I said, it all is narratively linear. This is pretty creative to actually paste this object into the overall space, and then we have the background being slightly blurry with the guardrail here, which then continues onto a mountainous backdrop, which also is edited in very well. I'm gonna assume, just from how it was done, that the wall itself might have just been like a regular wall, and then Float might have cut these parts out and then put the gray. There's just a lot of layers going on. It's really technically impressive, especially because it is from an existing image, as you can see from the ground. But like I said, we have two people here that were together in the same room. How I'm reading it thematically is that maybe this is some type of intruder, given that this character has a like royal dress, if that makes sense, and they have blood on their hands, and they're kind of screaming at you almost. Like this person is leaving. Maybe they're committing suicide, maybe they are insane, but given that they're wearing this like royal outfit and then this person is wearing casual clothes, to me it kind of reads as like they are on a mission of sorts, and they are not home to this royal palace, royal kingdom. If that makes sense. So maybe they killed like a king off screen, and that's why she's like, look, she's like screaming, she's got blood on her hands, like the king is dead or something like that. They're a time traveler, yes. Then we have a painting here, and then yeah, I should mention the crow. The crow is ore farming. So that's what I'm picking up on this image, is like this person came in, killed the king. As you can see, they were having a moment, the queen and the king. So guy in the back is ore farming. Yep. Hey Hot Vanilla, how you doing? In Minecraft I think about chiseled quartz. Oh yeah, there you go. Very Renaissance, very gnarly, exquisite. Italy, Italia, General Italia. Hey, Svenzi, didn't notice you. I do like the censorship art. Yeah, I think the censorship art adds an element of like, it's just funny. Like the blood isn't censored, the action isn't censored, but her eyes are censored, which is just a nice creative touch, and it makes it very impersonal, and I think that adds to it a lot, to the story. She can use her blood for a red painting. Wow. The music fits so good. Astute observation, Detective Shookey. It's fabulous. Macbeth core. Out damned spot. Shookbot, thoughts? You just lost the game. Alright. We all lost the game. Next we have Effect, who's in chat right now, or Ashley. And Ashley's piece is titled Underwater Hallway. Their message writes, this one took me a bit to make. I didn't really know what to do, so I started doing random edits until I decided to grab my image and throw it in underwater. In case it's hard to see, it's flipped as usual. Yup. The signature affect watermark of always flipping the images and adjusting the colors. We have a very, very peaceful, relaxing purple here, which is making me want to just, take nice deep breaths and focus in. I think it's really interesting that you kind of managed to remove all personality from the image, if that makes sense, being that like we have this here, these design elements, the stools, the table, and the bench, and the checkered floor patterns somewhat, right? And here it's just like flat, ground. Is it even stable? Yeah, and it also appears to be underwater. At least that's what we can see through this doorway area. We have heavy compression. And just a really nice color. Like, this is a nice color palette. I would take this image and then overlay it on top of another one and, you know, use that as like a nice background rendering or something. You know, put it over like a city or something. Blue, blue, blue. That line was my idea. Oh, nice. I'm blue. Drowns. It's a bit hard to see. I like it a lot, though. Backrooms. Drowns. Deep breaths and drown. I would lay down on the floor. Oh, I changed it for a carpet, but it's not visible because of all the compression. Oh, it is a carpet? Okay, yeah. That makes me even want to lay down on it even more. Looks like the shopping galleries in Zone 2 from Off. So nice. It's like how you can see the dark room with a TV that shows no channels. Oh, you mean like... Well, if you're using a Roku TV, I kind of understand what you're saying. They have that like purple backdrop. Unless you mean like the ones where it's like the colored bars, where it's like beep. Makes you think of blue screen death. True. So we're getting a lot of emotions. This is resonating with a lot of people emotionally, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty neat. Thank you, Ashley. Very nice. Let's go ahead and move on to our next submission. Check my list here. See if we have a description. Yeah, we do. We have Pet Scott Fan with some pixel art characters, and they managed to actually recreate the entire thing in a pixel art setting. That's pretty cool. And I like that they how they kind of implied how the rest of the direction would go. So we have a hallway that continues down here, another door here as well, and then it goes back out this way. So we kind of have this kind of curved look. Whereas I believe the original image might just be like a big room. They say watch for information, also read the description for important stuff, and I have a YouTube link here. Oh wow, we got a 52-minute video. But they are doing the pixel art in the video, which is mad impressive. Minor Delta Rune spoilers, then they have the plan, they have making the image. So let me go ahead and pull this up over here. This is the plan. The door, oops. Excuse me. There's a little ghost character here, it looks like Town Hall, so they had a reference. Door, which would end up to go right here. And then they just... That is actually insane that you just drew this. That's kind of a little unfathomable to me. I can't believe we spent all this time. Oh my goodness. That is crazy work. There has to be a better way of doing this. No way that you just have to do every single pixel at a time. Okay, I guess you can at least do that, but my gosh. That is crazy. Some video game OSTs. I made a mega NZ folder containing the BS map file and a VF Hammer editor for the map base and less edit. Also, if the folder isn't working or expired somehow, please DM me on Discord. Also, please read the maps.txt file. While doing that, I'll switch over to your next one as well. We have another image here. Freedom, Big Shot, World Revolving, Dark Fountain, Mike, Friend Inside Me, Snow Grave. Okay, and then I think we have the hammer map here. If you get your Gary's mod, download open the basement, open Steam, select Gary's mod, click on the gear icon, click on your friend, Steam, comment, play the map. Cool. Let's do that, actually. I appreciate that. Can I download this? I should be able to, right? If Titus, if you wanna open it up in Hammer, go to this video and you can download it and mess around in it. I'm gonna quickly do this and then I'll get to chat. I'll just call it, what was the last one? Airport? Cool. I guess I should do like GM Airport. GM Airport. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop that into my Steam stuff. And then we'll move on. But I'd love to do that at the end of the stream just for fun. Gary's mod, maps. Awesome. Definitely check that out. Thank you. And for Titus, if you wanted to open it in Hammer for whatever reason, I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat. And for anybody who wants to go subscribe to Petscop or give it a like, you can do that as well. Back to our regularly scheduled program. There's a lot of chat messages. Guys, what countries are you from anyway? Oh, mine, Deltarune, Deltarune, Deltarune. Yeah, this is Deltarune, Among Us, Inhuman. Sweet? Or, you know, like how you imagine it was like complete darkness, but you can't see them. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying, Hiccup. Deltarune reference. God dang it, Chris. Where are we? Among Us, Deltarune. Interesting. First we Delta, then we Rune. YouTube, dude? Gaster? Oh god, Shookey interacting with RPG Maker content. Winding Gaster, copy-paste would have been faster. Gaster, that's nuts. No wonder why so many games are getting deleted from the Play Store. Wingle Dingle Gaster, great pixel art, impressive having to draw each pixel, but no authenticity when copy-pasting, true. Holy Slop? Pluie? Oh no, wait. Oh no, not the Deltarune Brain Rod, no context, lol. Whoa, this is wild. Pluie, is that Tat water cooler? Oh, let's say Deltarune Abandoned Garage looks like. Winging My Gaster. Dang you, Toby Radiation Fox. Shookey, what do you think about starting in New England? I'm gonna go there. I'm not on my PC right now, lol. People are protesting in Indiana, USA for Google's data center. I've been trying my hardest to avoid Deltarune spoilers, so I haven't bought it yet. How many images will be in the review? You should play Deltarune eyes emojis as a joke punishment. I want to build a data center in the US. 7 souls is all I need. Ooh! Going by the Smitch. They write, first time I've done one of these in a long time. We have the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. It doesn't appear to exactly match the maybe it does. It's kind of hard to tell. This is really cool. I immediately was able to catch this reference, given that there's so many iconic images here. We have the blood elevator, of course, and then we have the carpet, which everyone knows. It's really interesting that there's actually a I didn't know Chris was still here, by the way. I thought he might have left. This is a war paint in TF2 that you can get, or at least something like it. The classic atmosphere, yup. This is really cool. We don't see many of these when you take like something that's visually so iconic from media and then incorporate it into the image itself. I know that Tormaverse and Minty like to do the Yumi Niki, Yumi Tuki submissions, and I suppose we just saw another pixel art game submission. But it's cool to see someone take The Shining or the assets from The Shining, or like the known things, like largest references, and kind of put it into the image. Like, I just wonder what they like. I wonder how this image made them think of the Overlook Hotel, and then they decided to kind of asset flip it. Very cool. Love this vibe. Really cool. Has Been Hotel. Here's Johnny. This is nice. I love how they turned the double doors into an elevator. Yep, that's really good editing, I should mention. Haven't watched Shining, but I love this. Ooh, the carpets, geometry, ornament carpets. Yeah, such a cool vision. I love it. Yeah, no, it's cool. The coloring is really good. The lighting is really good. They put lights where the lights are shining in the image, so it like makes sense. Whereas here you don't see the lights; they're kind of off screen, so they kind of look a little uncanny. But here they're placed where it makes sense as to where the lights would be. Even these little things have lights. It's very cool. It's very, very well done. I really would like to see more submissions similar to this in the future, because this is so cool. They've replaced the bench with a little, like, it's just cool. I guess, like I said, it's like an asset flip. It's not something you really see with images, you know? Okay. The lights, they are The Shining. Chandelier and the lights, yep. So thank you to Submit. I hope that you do, in fact, submit more submissions in the future. And, oh, you know what? we have a quadruple submission coming up next. But I need to go take a break. We're 30 minutes in. We are a third of the way through. I'm just going to take a quick break. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. So go ahead and grab some water, grab some tea, grab a snack of some sort, and I will be right back. But first, I gotta know, Shookbot, what are your thoughts on this, and have you seen The Shining?
Call me Sergeant, the way I'm beating my privates.
That is not a good message to... Okay. I'm just gonna leave, because now I'm uncomfortable. I'll be back very soon. See you in a minute. Alright, we're back. Chat has been cat spammed. Shookbot liked The Shining way too much. Way too much. Yeah, there's that one scene in the bathroom with the old lady. You all know the one. Chat, should I become a priest? No. Stacks all the desks in the classroom, physically impossible structure. Shookbot just set a new record. Shooky Bolt just set a new record. Shookane Bolt. Shusane Bolt. Welcome back. Thank you, Ayla. We're gonna move on. Like I said, we have a quadruple submission here from the one and only lovely lunatic Lucy, aka Tormaverse. No submission description, but we have 4 images, so I think that definitely can provide enough context. Let's go ahead and start with our first one here. Well, bam. It's very cool. I really like to see the chromatic aberration taking on unique colors here. We have 4 different colors. We have an orange, a deep blue, a red, and a cyan. I like the picture frame and how we kind of have this symbiotic connection of real-world elements and also digital ones, and how there is bows and buttons. I just rewatched Coraline the other day. Wonderful movie. Well, I haven't watched Shining, but I've already watched Ready Player One, so I know about what you're talking about. Ban me. Okay. Makes me think of the other Guest 666 video, Embryo, and holding a red tile, but this is pink. I really like the aesthetic. I really like the image of the character here. That's very, very nice. I also like the actual edit itself, and I wonder, Torma, if you have just like a variation of like just this image, because it's actually very pretty. Like the pink with the sparkles, I like it a lot. Pink core, very Torma verse. This submission is called Memory. And then after Memory, we have Entrapment. I have been stuck in this place for ages. Will I ever get out of here? Oh my gosh. And now we have our character who looks to be having a physical meltdown. The heart hair. The hair is very pretty. I didn't notice there's like a heart in the hair. Does it have like Oh yeah. Big fan of the hair. I really like these colors here with the pink and the blue and the green and the yellow, kind of this oily texture almost. And then we have this pixelization that only remains within the wall itself. The door is cracked open a little bit, which I imagine must have been pretty tricky to edit. And then we have this white sparkly bits flashing out of it with the purple carpet and a white border background. So this is entrapment because, folks, we are not done. In fact, we are only halfway through this quadruple submission from Tormaverse. Let me go ahead and look at some of these comments. So cool. Like, the color gamma is harmonious. Wonderful word, hiccup. Same with having watched Ready Player One. Thank you. Such so ever. Love to each on the door. Love the art style. Love the style of the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are cool. W Riz. Her face is turned into a rose to symbolize loss of her self-sense. Interesting. Oh yeah, I guess it is like a little blue rose. I was wondering what that was. Oh my gosh. This one's called Surrender. Oh, that's freaky. It's like a creepy clown thing. Now we have kind of entered into, well, I suppose they've surrendered, and now the image has gone from very pleasant to less pleasant to extremely unpleasant in this submission. Shookbot, how are you feeling right now?
I miss my wife, Shooks. I miss her a lot.
Wow. Talking about missing his wife, per usual. Wow, this must have taken forever to edit. Bad end, she gave up. I mean, it is called Surrender. It's kind of like the darkness has taken over the world. So many hands. You know this old video about a guy in the dark room with flashlights and hands that are coming out of everywhere? Oh, I know what you're talking about. We watched that on stream one time. Girl, I get you though. Sometimes it be like that. Damn, it's really like it almost like this ended badly. Real demons caught on tape. That's not your wife though, Shookbot. Sorry. Yeah, he's a little crazy. All right, so this is Surrender, and I believe there is one more. Oh, okay, so that's it. That's it for that. And our third one is a Yumi Nikki edit titled Just a Nightmare. Man, that's depressing. Wow, what a bummer. I feel bad for this character. No lie. Can I marry the Shookbot? Isn't this the starting room? Am I correct on that? So what is this thing? Because it was also featured back here. Okay, well not here, but in the plan. Was it? No. Yeah, right here, right? Is it the same thing or am I tripping? It's not the same thing. It just looks like it is. Alright. I'm sure there's some heavily inspiration there. Madotsuki if she had two doors. Yubo is barely visible. Yum Nick. Wow, we've been through a lot of photos already. Yep, 13. We're a little under halfway through. And we're 43 minutes into the stream, so lock in for another 45. We might reach 2 hours. Not as long as the 5-hour stream I did. Was it 5 hours? I think it wasn't 5 hours, was it? That'd be crazy if I'd actually done a 5-hour stream. That was the photo. I'm talking about the photo stream. No, it was 5 hours and 11 minutes. That is wild. What was I on? Clearly nothing if I was able to lock in for 5 hours. My gosh. We were owed the official Yumi Nikki stream eventually. Yeah, and I also am owed the Cry of Beer, and I am also owed the millions of other things that I just haven't done because I don't have a good reason, actually. I just haven't. Half-Life 2 episode 1, all these other things that I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I can actually go to bed before midnight. That'd be nice, I imagine. No, we had a long stream with 5 hours. Yeah. I know adults react serious to it. Well, they knew it was fake. Yeah. You lose a lot of that scary whimsy when you become an adult and you realize that creepypastas aren't real and they can't hurt you. Shookey died in the middle of the 5-hour stream. Didn't I just like stop to play Minecraft or something like that? Shuka was carrying. Real. Thank you, Torma. I imagine that this probably took a lot of time to edit as well, given that you had to do a lot of manipulation with the pixel art. Let's go to move on to our next submission, which is Bill Artman, An Enchanted Evening. Lovely, interesting photo here. Oh, okay, I see. So they put some doors. Oh, let me go ahead and read their description. Excuse me. A collective blur of dreams painted by childhood. Tom and Jerry. Cool. I respect it. And then we have the original image from... This is the original image I took from a photo book. And they have a version as well that is not so fuzzy, blurry, dreamlike. Let me go ahead and download this. I'll throw it up. Oh, I can't because it's a web file. Okay, I'll just pull it over for a second then. There you go. There's the original image. And we have the edit where they have taken the base of the wall, the assets from over here, and then multiplied them. We have 3 lawn chairs as well, and some lampposts and some doors. So very cool, very unique. It's very interesting how stylized all of these submissions have been so far and how unique they have been. How is Ayla number 2? Not that I'm complaining, I'm just confused. How is this person number 1? They're not even in the chat anymore. Must be arbitrary. Love this one. It's so dreamy. I guess so. I think I'm going to stop asking some nonsense questions after all. Thanks for the suggestions. Bill Artman is a legend. So true. Lots of applause for Torma. Very well done. Number 1 for sure. Okay, so I'll probably talk about the references on the edits on Discord or maybe in the comments. Hey, why not both? Love the vibe. This is so Ayla coded, gotta admit. I guess so. I read that one. That's really good. Web files, the bane of my existence. I know. I despise. I think we are number 1. I'll have 75 XP, no idea how that works. Yeah. I realize that everyone has the same amount, except for people who might have just like said one message. I think it's just random. Looks like Christmas 90s time, but with no holiday decorations. I get the vibes. I get it. Pink LSD Dream Emulator version. I love this one. Aaron, I think those types of questions have a space in more chill streams. But yes. Okay, so there's just some of that stuff. I got a grind YouTube chat XP. Earlier I got first place. I don't know how it works. I know that if you donate, it gives XP. Because I know that a lot of, in a lot of streams that I might glance into, you'll just see like whales fighting among each other for who can have the top spot by donating large sums of cash to their streamers. I really like the colors, says Effect. Yeah, me too. Big fan of the deep blues contrasting against the nice vibrant pinks. Love the colors of this one, yes. An enchanted evening indeed. So Tom and Jerry, so Christmas core. What does XP gives? Absolutely nothing. It's just cosmetic. $2 billion to Shookey now. Thanks, Chris. Next we have Spectrabyte. Let me go ahead and read their message. I know Spectrabyte hasn't made a submission in a very long time. Oh, shoot. Okay. Someone remind me that we need to look at Anxiety's submission after this, because I accidentally skipped over theirs. Spectrabyte writes, I got a little hungry towards the end of making this. UFO. That is awesome. I tried so hard and got so far. Downloaded the image. Turns out to be a web file. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. So true. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more extra submissions. So now we're up to 34. That's awesome. Let me go ahead and take a look at the actual image. There's a lot of logos. This looks like it is purely an edited photo, which is different from what SpectraByte typically does, which I know what they like to do a lot of the time is regenerate the space in some type of 3D editing software. Funky. You're not hungry. You're not you when you're hungry. Oh, because the Snickers bar? Very cool. I like that it replaced the bench. Milky Way as well. Love the retro vibes. I like the aquarium here. That's very nice. We got some missing textures for those who know. Convergence. Quantum Department of Transportation. Meow Wolf. Oh, how did I not notice the UFO up there? Probably some like tech company. And of course, the classic laser tag / bowling floors. You can actually turn web files into PNGs just by changing the name or play. Wait, really? Actually? That is a game changer. Huge if true. What are they? 15, 14. Bill Artman. 2 PNG. Save type as all files, I imagine. Save. What the heck? How did I not know this? My life has changed forever. This is gonna reduce so much time when I'm editing videos or like doing literally anything. Can we get some cat spam in the chat for Ashley effect? Kitty spams in the chat, please. That is a life-changing information. Shookbot, what do you think about that? ShookeyCon at the Rainbow Funhouse, 12 a.m. Eastern, North Carolina. Is that what this looks like to you? Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We're going to go ahead and pull up Anxiety's image. Thank you for the cat spams. I'm going to turn this down. Now it's very, I don't know. All right, here we go. Anxiety the goat. That's really nice. I hope you won't get any copyright infringements for those videos on YouTube, though. No reason I should. This is very well done. Okay, I VOT Anxiety Op submission with WTF. This is so good. Yeah, Anxiety submissions are always so good that they really speak for themselves. Like, I have no commentary to give because you all can see how spectacularly amazing and fantastical this is. Like, need I say more? I can talk about it from a technical perspective, like how it kind of is this construction area place, but then it also kind of has this mix of like brutalism with the seats. If you get what I'm saying. I don't know, it's really cool. Hiccup making an interesting observation saying the previous one was sandy and this is windy. True. Their previous submission is honestly one of the coolest things like I've ever. So good. Just so good. Like, how? Crazy. But anyways. So comfy and so ominous at the same time. Amazing as always, like old cartoon lighting. If you get me, this makes me feel empty, but in a pleasant way. I hope there is no entities. Otherwise, I would say hi. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that before. That was so cool. They are the GOAT. I'll drop the link in the chat, and I would like everyone who is able to go blow it up. Give it some likes, give it some hearts, give it some love. Let Anxiety know that he is very much appreciated. And I'm sending it right now. I'm gonna wait like 15 seconds or so. Actually, I'm just gonna send it now. Who cares? There you go. Go ahead and move on to our next image, which is a submission from Minty. Once again, from peak to peak, if you will. Boom. We have a GIF. Their message reads, "My house doesn't have a fountain. Quite a trait low income property has. As the storm came and water pours, the water rose from the floor of my very bedroom. I love rain. But sometimes it has to stop." All right, let me reread that entire thing because I don't know why that was such a struggle for me. "My house doesn't have a foundation. Quite a trait low-income property has. As the storm came and water pours, the water rose from the floor of my very bedroom. I love rain, but sometimes it has to stop." I don't know why that's tripping me up so badly. But we have our second Minty submission here, which stylistically is very reminiscent of the first one. I do hope that you are I do hope that you're not actually having to deal with these problems, Minty, of rain being stuck outside with no umbrella and it flooding into your bedroom. Tsunami expectations versus reality. Save the Shookey. Yay for Minty. Sweet kind of reminds me of Limo Space Image, but I take the background of some character and she was off. Blah, 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 blah. Dashuki is drowning. Oi, couldn't wait till I finished liking Anxiety's video. Thank you for liking Anxiety's video. Please stop. I like rain, but it's too much. Oh yeah, okay. I like rain, but sometimes it's too much. Please stop. And there's a hidden one here. So we have what looks like to be hydrangeas, or maybe some bushes. To me, they look like hydrangeas just because of the color, but I don't think they actually are based on the flower type, but they just kind of look like they are. So we can already see that these two play into each other in a very interesting way. It is also just like playful in general, seeing that the Shookey character get flooded. Shookbot, did this actually happen to you?
Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes.
Whoa, no freaking way, dude. That is insane. So this first one was made by Mint T, and this one's made by Minty. So we should differentiate who made what. Which you can still submit my photo. I might make it to the I may make my supermarket photo the last days ago. I might still catch up. I mean, obviously you can send any image that you feel like. It's Life Philippines, be like that. I want that pie Minty keeps using in their submission. Oh, don't think I didn't notice the little pie down here. That was actually the first thing I noticed. And you can't have it because it's his, and therefore it is mine. But thank you, Minty, for your wonderful, wonderful submission. I love the colors on this one. Super vibrant, almost nostalgic, but not really. Hopefully You don't actually have to deal with it that much, but apparently you do. So, I'm praying for you. Go ahead and move on to our next submission here, which is Titus. Titus has 3 submissions. We're going to go ahead and look at the first one. Got some characters here. A bunch of watermarks in the background. I'm getting some trypophobia from this character's cleavage, to put it straight. And I can't imagine the practicalities of such, having many eyes all over your body like that. Did Shookbot say real eyes or real eyes? Who knows? Very cool. We have a robot, another robot, maybe a cyborg, maybe a robot, a cyborg, and then 3 demon characters who look like they share the same, hey, my eyes are up here. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, actually. 3 characters who appear to be the same demonic species, given that, maybe I'm just being speciesist, but their eyes patterns are the same. And these 2 have like similar horn shapes. So if this one's related to this one because of their eyes, and this one's related to this one, maybe this is like a hybrid demon. I'm gonna sleep now. We'll rewatch tomorrow. All right, Vipa, Mike. Have a good night. Best of luck to you. Shookey's pie. Sure is. Bunch of funky looking fellas. Titus is not here, no? I feel like they would have said something by now. Nevertheless, we've got other Titus submissions that we will be frequenting. So I'll go ahead and continue. We have another interactive submission here before we move on. Well, let me do this. I'm going to skip ahead of one submission. We're going to look at another Minty submission. Whoa! It's the pie! Did it say F you? For you. Ah, see? Really fun character designs, yes. This took a bit of trial and error, but I got it to work. Thanks for being on this journey with me, Shookey. I absolutely had fun learning all these unique techniques along the way. And for that, have a slice. You're thanking me? I should be thanking you. This is majestic. Are you kidding me? Continuing our visual motif of flowers and monochromatic colors. It's amazing. Let's see if I can fit it all in here very nicely. And I'm very impressed that these have been GIF, yes, I say it like that, submissions. But look at this. We have this like mural, mirage, mosaic, moving image sequencing thing going on that I'm really vibing with. And it also is kind of like a narrative, almost. It's very cool. 3.15, if you will. Really like the flowers on the door. Me too. And I like that there's like a character moving through it. It gives it a lot of fluidity and motion. And the raindrop as well. It kind of continues our story. Super cool. Super creative. They are really cool, yes. I cannot understate how much I appreciate these submissions, because even doing one submission is like enough. But the fact that you do 2, 3, 4, 5 even sometimes is just like, wow. All for some person halfway across the globe. Wild. Seriously though, if Shookbot says something mean about Minty, I'm gonna pull the plug. Alright, let's see. Shookbot, give us your thoughts so far. I have some of these in my basement. It's probably talking about the pie. Probably talking about the pie. From desolate and lost to sad to warm and cozy and soft. Very nice. Very nicely put. So we have one or two other... The music was fitting very hard. We have a couple more Minty submissions, I think. Maybe one, maybe two. So we'll come back. I'll leave this open because I think it's very pretty. I wish I didn't have to use some third-party software to have a GIF as a background, because I'd love to just make these in like a collage as a background, just have them moving. It's really lovely. And honestly, Minty, as I make a lot of these edits, my wallpaper, I have used yours in the past various times. So I appreciate what you've created for us. But here we go with another interactive experience, as we have a rather unique submission from the one and only Kieran, who has been here since the beginning, and they write, here we are once again with another Bling Rap album cover edit, of course featuring the one and only GOAT of underground hip-hop, Lil Schnoz, with his third consecutive release, now featuring a gatefold sleeve cover. How we're gonna do this is can I just download save photos? Oh, okay. You're gonna save it to my drive and not let me download all. Here we go. Trying to download. It's gonna pop up. Awesome. Here we go. Yeah, put it in a WinRAR file, I guess. Kieran. Drag that here. I should have done this before streaming, but it's fine. And here we are. Welcome to the party. Me and my goat. Shindig energy. I cannot make that one. AZ pill. Maybe it's like a pharmaceutical of some sorts. Hot dog, Johnson and Johnson, Bingo Bongo, Bastard, I'm sorry for swearing, and Kid Named Schnoz. Doohickey Records, produced by Schnoz, mixed by Schnoz, managed by Schnoz, graphic art and design by Schnoz, made in Schnozland, Doohickey Records. The copyright and sound recording is owned by Doohickey Records, all rights reserved. Shamalama Ding Dong, Volume 3, Welcome to the Party, which is the title song of our album here. The hottest bling underground rapper. Man, am I intrigued. What could be going on in that party? Me and my goat. Little Schnoz is the best. And we have a variety of images to sort through here, so we'll go ahead and cut through this. But honestly, what a wonderful starting off submission. Because apparently Kieran... Oh my gosh! Just fully... Call it an invitation. Look at that. Wonderful. I love that it's a cardboard cutout and that nobody's there. That's honestly hilarious. And I do notice every detail. I'm trying to make it so you all can see that, but there's a little paintbrush here. I guess they must have painted the sign and then stepped in some of the paint to make it look like a silhouette. That is so funny. That is hilarious. This is so, like, meta humor. Oh, and I didn't even realize that this is the image. This is the hotel image. Or not hotel. Lobby image. Excuse me. I was thinking of the Overlook Hotel. Currently wordless, yeah. Why weren't we invited? The cutout, yeah, the cutout is so funny. And here we go, a signed copy, mind you. This one's in blue, I believe the other ones were in green. Ooh, look at that, Fujifilm, Lil Schnoz, Shamalama Ding Dong, Volume 3, welcome to the party. Schnoz! Me and my goat, Doohickey Records. Incredible. Oh wait, I don't wanna spoil anything. This is fantastic. This is so much effort. Why are you people putting so much effort in? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Just send the submission. You think there, it's like one of those CD covers that you can. I'm broke, by the way. I don't know if you could tell, but I had to reboot for a second. Shookbot thoughts?
Too real.
Too real. That's what I'm saying. That's some crazy work. And then we have the lineup of all three here that I saw. And there's the full spread. And then I'll go back here. We have all three. Lil Schnoz. Shyamalan Ding Dong, Volume 1. First in the game, as foreshadowed in the Tales. Lil Schnoz, Shyamalan Ding Dong, Volume number 2, Underground Rap. These are all three different poses. Why are there so many poses of this guy? And Lil Schnoz, album number 3, Welcome to the Party. Party which is so exclusive that we were not invited for. Me and my goat. Incredible. Incredible presentation. Incredible performance. Masterful editing. Kieran really does it like nobody else. I think this is a good point to mention this, because I've been thinking about this. But when we first started this, I would get like 30, 40, sometimes even 50 submissions. And I'm going to be honest, because I'm so disconnected from it, and it's been such a long time, and I can say these things because the people who would make these have no longer stuck around or have been around long enough to where their edits have become actually like incredible. Like, this doesn't apply to anyone here is what I'm saying. But I used to just get like so many submissions, and they would be ass. They'd be complete dookie Housers. They'd be trash, right? It would be like someone took the image and drew like a smiley face or something, right? And like that was it. And now we've gotten to a point where, like, first of all, I'm still grateful to get any submission. 2 submissions would be mind-blowing, you know, let alone that I somehow managed this time to round up as many as I did, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that you all as creatives, like, have managed to immerse like almost universes from these edits, if you get what I'm saying. Like, every single person has their own unique style and unique charm, and every single submission is like high quality and good. Like, let's go down the list really quickly, right? Because we're at the halfway point and I've already been on this tangent. If I open up our first one, we have, like, I'll admit it, it's a goofy submission, but that's okay. We love goofy submissions. But this is not like any other submission. There's not a single submission remaining from the first one that is like this. It is so entirely unique. This one is like an existential, it leans more into the liminality. We have a pure horror-based one. We have Minty, who, as we all know, is basically their own aesthetic. We have Float, who builds these like hyper-edited narratives. We have Ashley, who has their classic style of flipping the image and messing with the colors. We have Petscop Van, who literally pixel by pixel painted these. An Asset Flip. Tormaverse, who also has their own stylistic composition and universe type thing going on. Bill Artman, of course, who is the same thing. This is another edit similar to the first, but it's completely different in that way. Again, Minty, Titus, who I would say the same exact thing for. Oh my gosh, I'm spoiling. Can't go too far now. You get my point. I had to go on my tangent because I wanted to say it. Especially this go around. Because you can see going through, we don't play here. Next up, we have another submission from Minty. This one is Minty and Tormaverse. It says, oh wait, you know what? Oh yeah, behind the scenes. And then, oh gosh, that is a massive link. Thanks to Tormaverse. Oh, interesting. How am I going to do this? Are these in Discord? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, I learned a new trick that I can save web files by just renaming them. So we're going to do that. Oh, I just closed it. And I can pull these up before we show these. I might as well pull up the first one really quickly here, which is going to be this right here. Oh, and thank you, Kieran. You made it so I was able to go on a tangent, which I never will complain about doing. Oh, my numbers are way off. I've got 2 19s. Alright, so there's that image. I haven't really had a chance to get a good look at it because I'm too focused right now on downloading these behind the scenes images, and then we will examine what we're looking at, but I am getting a close look at one aspect of the image. And boom, there we are. Anyway, I know for a fact that it's going to be very difficult to compile this into a video, and I'm going to have to reevaluate how I should go about that. This just says thank you. Oh, what the heck? That's cool. Oh, so it's like a what the? We got like a fracturing multi-universal story narrative going on here now. Now we got this and that, and it compiles into this. We got the Minty Tormaverse timeline going on. That's crazy. Insane main where? Hey, Bill. Oh, this stream's about liminal edits. You didn't say so. Anyways, can you put my submissions on your future ones? Maybe new liminal photographs. I'm always tuned. Sounds good, my friend. It was fun to provide ideas. I would like to do a legit / full collab one day. Once I run out of game engines, I'll probably recreate images. No drama videos. Looking for you two are so sweet. OMG. Well, that's wonderful. It's such creative edits. By the way, Shookey advice to take Torma's first 2 edits back on screen. Torma and Minty are like Garp and Sengoku strong duo. That's funny as heck. It's true. And I would say that Minty can be Garp and Tormaverse can be Sengoku. I think that's fitting. That's hilarious. The good ending, question mark. You're welcome. No, for real. That's life-changing. I gotta leave now, sorry. Alright, Titus. I do believe your second submission was coming up after 2 more, but I completely understand that you have to go. I understand that where I believe you're at, it's probably close to 11 o'clock. For Minty, it's probably the sun is rising very soon. Yeah, Aaron, thanks for sticking around as long as you have too, because I also know that for you, it's probably the next morning. We got Bill now, so sort of foreshadowing. A lot of hearts. Let's go take a look at the behind the scenes. Oh, not that. Here we go. Yeah, my numbers were off, so just ignore that for now. Oh. How is this even compiled? What is this? Looks like some type of like video game making thing. That's really neat. Oh, I guess that's how you do the doors. What a cool technique. Hey, Shookey, glad to be here. Dude, it's so funny because you are literally next. So, might as well move on. Behind the scenes, by the way, just like the saying behind the scenes is I have like an inside joke with that with one of my students, so it was very funny to see that in the wild. We have Nikaro, who says Yogengi's 6 doors is real, which is funny because coffee spelled backwards is EFOC, but Shookbot had made a reference to Yogengi's 6 doors earlier on stream. But Shookbot, what are your thoughts on the Tormaverse Minty fractured dimensions while we have these things up?
It's a wonderful day for pie. You
But
can
he-
ask all the birds in the sky.
He still has pie on the mind. He still wants the pie. I'm going to take that as an interpretation saying that he finds these submissions to be wonderful, and I do concur. That is hilarious. This is really funny. Block bench. Block bench? He's still on the pie! I know. It's just like me for real. Always hungry. Trippy hallway. Very cool. This is Yogingi's Six Doors. Our very own Solo's favorite video game. Shuka loves pie, confirmed. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I don't know why I'm getting like, I don't know, it's making me like anxious almost. Does this normally have the shadow? It does. I never knew that. I literally would have never noticed that if the saturation had not been adjusted with. But it's the checkered floor. This always reminds me of like Mario 64 for some reason. I like the usage of the Mario 64 textures in this one. Oh, so it wasn't just me. Pleased as pie. For real though, genuinely, I would genuinely bake you a cocoa pie if I would. Cocoa, like chocolate or like coconut? Am I just being slow? Mario 64, that's why it looks so familiar. Yeah. Yeah, this is tripping me out though. Like I don't know if it's like that or if it's like pushed out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I do find it interesting as well that they made the carpet red here. I mean, there's still so many works on Blockbench not really related to Minecraft, but it's just me and my bro using it to model weapons on our servers. Coconut, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's why I asked. Yeah, my intention was to fuse Yogingi's with Mario 64. You know, I think it's pretty hilarious because now I kind of want to make like a Mario 64 style Yogingi Six Doors game. You know how you jump through the paintings, but it's like you jump through the doors and then each one is like its own dimension. Ooh, everything is connected. Very cool, Nikuro. It reminds me of old Source games. I'm getting old video game vibes, and it's just playing more into the Yogingi Six Doors stuff. We've got a lot more to cover, so we're gonna move on. Thank you for your wonderful submission. Next, we have Ayla. So lovely, so peaceful, so tranquil, so stylistic and stunning. Simple message of a music note, very on brand. Oh wow. Yeah, the more I'm like looking at this, the more it's like messing with me, you know, because we have this like horizon sight line here, but it's barely below the door, so you get this feeling that it's a wall, but you can see the sun and there's shadows casted, and so it's just really trippy, especially with the wet floor sign. And you kind of have these two elements that are battling for, like, the viewer's attention, you know? And this, again, it kind of reminds me of how I think you would open this door, right? And it wouldn't be a continuation of this background. It would be like a whole new plane, you know? Maybe like a hub world or something. I asked for notes, so I put in a music note, yeah. Thanks. That is, +2 for the pun. Aelacor, that's what I'm here for. Haha, the sign, simply beautiful. Oh yeah! The sign also is humorous. It's, like, playful in that way. The door looks like it's on the water, yeah. It's, like, submerged a little bit. The shadows are very nicely done. TARDIS. Yeah, Doctor Who up in this house. And then we cannot ignore the film grain effects and other things. Shookey, what's your thoughts on Aelacor? We love Aelacor. Are you kidding me? I was ashamed. I get very sad when there is no Aela submission because it feels so necessary to the overall journey we partake on, examining each. Oh, what's Shookbots? Oh yeah, well, screw me then. Yeah, forget what I'm saying.
I bought a liminal space in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the liminal space.
Alright, I think he's being a little confused because I don't think Egypt has beaches like this. I could be wrong. And I'm gonna double check. Because I want to. I'm sure they do have beaches, but not to this extent. The Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, but not like the Indian Ocean or the South Atlantic Ocean or the North Atlantic Ocean or anything like that. So, let me actually take a look. What is an Egyptian Mediterranean Sea beach looks like? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Oh, you know what? That's on me, because to be honest, I mean, yeah, right? So I guess Shookbot. Okay, that's less of what we were looking for. Maybe I'll try up here. Yep, that's definitely the Egyptian flag. And all right, pretty cool. They give you the property. Thoughts, my friends? I do imagine Egypt having beaches like this, yeah. Go for a splash in the water. Liminal Tyler? Oh, that's a throwback. And yeah, I kind of know what you mean. They kind of both have that surrealist, hyper-realistic style. I know exactly what you mean. I gotta hit him up. He posts a lot of like AI content, and I am just so diametrically opposed to all sorts of AI content, so I just don't engage, you know. But I'm not gonna like knock him for it because he's doing his own thing. He's not trying to be harmful with it. He just, you know, he's being creative with it at least. He's not just generating like Mario in X or something, you know. Like he's taking himself and he's using himself to generate things. So, you know, do not underestimate the Mediterranean. That's on me. That's on me for having preconceived notions and biases. I admit it. I bought a property in the greed layer, and what they do for you is they give you the property. Ghostinth, you're still here? That's funny as heck. Appreciate you, man. Beaches in Greece. Didn't you just take a trip there recently? Let's continue on. Titus, who was just here, but just left. They write... And here comes the unexciting conclusion to the saga of dual underwhelming submissions. The aesthetics of the submissions was inspired by the cover art from Tim Hecker's third studio album, Mirages. I've been listening to songs from this album a lot lately, so it's been on my mind almost constantly. That's very interesting. I think it's cool when you can kind of combine your feelings from music and have it translate into a visual representation, a vibe. I like the colors as well. Now we have a solid green and a solid blue and a solid red. So there's our solid green, a solid pink too, technically. You could say pinkie pie, haha, hee hee. Here's our blue image. So it's looking like a political compass up in here, folks. Very cool. And I believe there's a second part to this image, which is just the door itself being opened up with more light. Things I'm noticing, it kind of looks like radiation, or it's the fact that it's like radiated. We have like a duplication here. So pretty cool. I don't think it's underwhelming. I think it's stylistic and I think it's unique. But anything, if he wants to downplay himself, I'm not one to tell him not to. I can hear this image. Yeah, I can hear like the rad sounds, like the sounds. You know, Ben 10 Alien Force, true. I can hear a Giger counter. Hopefully I wrote that right. I mean the radiation measuring. Yeah, exactly, Torma. We need an HEV suit, RGB liminal spaces. The image is on the image. It looks like in the back rooms. Very cool. Greenlandia, you've been here for a while. I have wonderful news for you. I am positive that your image is up next. So let's go ahead and take a look at. But let me quickly first read the description of Greenlandia, who writes, I think I accidentally closed a tab before submitting. Just feel free to skip this one if I accidentally did a double. Okay, awesome. This was made in Roblox. It was really hard to get the perspective down, but I eventually got it, and boom. Huh? This was made in Roblox? Okay, well, firstly, I would like to congratulate you and give you a round of applause because, you know, I was just talking about how much I love asset flip images where they take one thing of media and put it over, like Torma does and Mitty does with Yuminiki, and how we saw with the Simich, and now we have one from Mario 64. Very, very cool. But that is crazy that you did this in Roblox because it is practically one-to-one. So you had to have made it and then position, like, I don't know which one you did first. Did you make the image and then position the camera, or did you position the camera and then make the image? Because it's my understanding that Roblox doesn't have static cameras that you can go back and forth from. But also, I haven't even mentioned the fact that this is like a Mario 64 image, and we all love Mario 64. Award this now. You know what? I gotta bring it out. I didn't bring it out before because honestly I forgot, and I don't think I even have it in here still. No, it doesn't look like I do. Okay. Oh, here we go. I don't know whose cat this is. I have to change that to something else. But you get the prototype badge. There you go. Get your little stream screenshot while you can. Shookbot, we gotta know what your thought on this is. You need to leave. All right. Very cool. The award. Yes. Yeah, I made the image by placing the original image as a GUI. What? I didn't even know you could do that. I'll drag you behind the shed myself. The furniture is the best part. I do like the furniture. The furniture is awesome. Shookey Michelin star. Where have you been hiding that? Poofed. Yeah. Greenlandia left for a long time and came back and then dropped this banger. So hopefully they don't leave again. Wow, Shookbot drags Shookbot behind the old shed in the garden. I don't even know how that's possible. Oh, well, I don't know. Honestly, loud shot noise. He's dead. He's dead and you killed him. It's your blood on your hands. The Ludo song had like a bell noise and it really threw me off. It kind of like startled me. This is all Shookbot sees now. Thank you, Greenlandia. We're gonna move on to our next submission here. Bring back Shookbot. He's back. He's got 9 lives after all, and now he's on his whatever life. Gonna move on to a new submitter. At least I haven't heard this one before. Maybe they've done it in the past, but to me, I don't recognize this name, whereas I recognize everyone else. And they write, I may have finally found a place where I can be all alone. Wow. Great touch on the detail of turning up the brightness, making it match with the white. But I do believe that this is a SpongeBob reference. Insane creativity overcomes AI. Any day, my friend. Eats Shookbot. This is Surface GUI Entities, if I remember correctly, that has a setting to be disabled anti-aliasing on decal textures for a more classic feel. Ghost Synth, I really appreciate you trying to, I really appreciate you technically breaking this image down, or rather breaking this image down by technicality. Unfortunately, I don't understand what many of those words mean, but I would love it if someone would explain it to me like I am a 7-year-old, because it's very intriguing. Obby in the background? Yeah, you have to, it's an Obby SpongeBob reference. You know what's funny is we had another SpongeBob submission in the last one too, but I think that this one is done a little better. Look at that. So I don't have much to say about this one other than the fact that I do appreciate the fact that they went through the effort to turn up the image's brightness to make it match with the background and the overall editing itself, being that everything is very flush. Even the curves, very, very well done. And the diagonals. Diagonals are hard, especially this part. Very good. I wonder if this was done manually or if they had some assistant tools, but very cool. Very cool shives. SpongeBob. I remember that episode. It's a classic. I think we all were a little traumatized when we first saw this episode. You can disable anti-aliasing on Roblox. Pretty image, blurs the edge of the pixels, I believe. Well, quite normal wallpaper, I'd say. Very cool. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, sorry, recount it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more submissions to get through. So we're gonna move on because we are almost at the 2-hour mark, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I know some people wanna not stay up this late. So we're gonna move on. What? Okay, that was a jump scare because I didn't expect another Minty submission. Actually, I'm sorry. This is not Minty, this is Mint Tea. Gotta make sure I'm getting that right. But now I have to go ahead and open up all the other ones so we can go ahead and take a look at the entire collage here. Bear with me, folks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8. All right. So 1, 2. Music is very calming. This would be easier if I just did it in like a program and not on my desktop, but we're already here. That actually scared the, oh, my heart. What the? That actually scared the life out of me. I'm just locked in doing this, and then Bill, first time giving money, and it's to you. Bill Artman, probably jumping straight to the top of the #1. Look at that. Bill Artman, thank you so much for your contribution to the cause. You did not have to do that, but I did hope that you found some enjoyment scaring the life out of me, because that actually freaked me out. I was not expecting that at all, but thank you. Thank you. Gosh, I feel so bad. I should be the one who's giving money to you, if anything, for all the work that you have done, all the fan arts over the years, and you know, I'm just using your art for free out here. Look at those heart spams. I cannot fit all these in, but it is kind of cool to see, right? Like as this like collage. I'm missing some. missing like this one. No, I have that one open. What am I saying? Well, anyways, maybe I should actually look at the actual image. You get the gist of it. This is beautiful. Thank you. What does it say? Thank you, Torma. Aw, that's cute. What's Shook Ghost 2025? It's a whole story. Bill Artman making Shook Ghost 2025. Yeah, because the life has been scared out of me. There should be a Torment museum after seeing their amazing art. Yeah, you could do a collage of the previous and the newest edits. So yeah, back to this. I feel like Mint Tea should have their own stream dedicated to them. That's the one of her sitting on the gravestone, making me the saddest for some reason. The music fits like a glove, by the way. I do showcase the edits on my website. So they exist outside of YouTube. They exist in a separate space for people to view, as you can see. I did not put the airport because I've been lazy with it. But here I have everyone's names, I have the video. Ah, rest in peace. And I try to kind of group them together so it kind of flows narratively and visually. I don't know if you all knew about this or not. But I think I might as well show it now. But as you can see, everything is placed. And if you want me to put your social media handle or your YouTube or your Discord, just let me know and I can, because I'm not a monster and I'm not gonna not listen. If you don't want it up on there, I can take it down too. But yeah. You've never revealed a Shookey website to us? That's because that just tells me that you all are not investigating, because Hello Man knew about my website, and Hello Man is from Korea and in the army when he knew about it. So he's not even in the same country as me and didn't have access to his phone, and he was able to find this. It really took us a collab edit for Shookey to reveal the website. Wow, did not know about this. It's funny enough, I'm planning on making one of those Earthbound OSTs or creepy images videos up and making you over Shookey edit submissions. You should! And now you can get all of them, I suppose. I mean, that didn't work, but maybe if I save as, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I need to put the airport one, but admittedly, I've been incredibly lazy. But anyways, I thought I'd point that out. How does one not know about Shookey's website? There you go. Thank you, Ju. I had seen the website ages ago, but I didn't know about the edits being there too. Oh yeah, I'm constantly updating it, and I try to do like fun interactive stuff. So if you just check it like once every 3 months, you'll probably find some new stuff there. I have the fan art too. I have the holiday stuff. So if I go to Halloween, you can see we have 2024, and again, I have everyone's name listed because credit is the most important thing. Shooktober 2025, by the way, I will plug it once again. Number 1 winner gets premium nitro. Number 2 winner gets regular nitro. Number 3 gets a high five or a hug, virtually, of course. So look forward to that. And my newest project is this, called Shooking Around, which is a little map that displays places and things I've been to. And if you zoom in, you'll notice that there are multiples for most every location, especially in Japan, because I had a great time over there. You can look through that. I'm not going to click on any of them because it's for you to explore. I'm going to keep updating this the more I travel, of course. So like I said, like every 3 months or so, because that's not like I do updates that frequently, but here's one where I saw a little cat in Puerto Rico. So there you go. Enough self-plugging. Let's get back to the fantastic art. Those who know will see the carpet, which is crazy work, and the tile. No way Shookey is Turkish? Definitely not. But I appreciate the assumption. I think I found the website with my own. There you go. I'm referring to my own edits or collabs as I don't want to just steal y'all's art, basically. Well, Torma, I think in this case, if you wanted to use them, nobody would mind, considering they're already submitting it in a type of free use submission, if that makes sense. I'm drawing my submission for Shooktober. I researched a lot of your streams, and it's bizarre how I've seen my skills progress via the submission. Well, that's what I think is the most important thing, Bill Artman, and we were seeing that with Minty and how they were able to develop new skills and things like that. And the thing that I want... Yeah, the music does really fit. It's kind of making it hard to talk, though, because it's like screaming beams directly into my ear. The thing that I hope the most that you all get out of this is that you get to practice in a... This music is tripping me out so hard. I'm so sorry. I have to just go to the next one. I hope that you all get to improve your skills in a judgmental-free zone, and you get to see your narrative progress as an artist improve. Because there's no grades here. There's no evil teachers that are out to get you. It's just us, all together, spamming cats, where we all can improve together. I'm gonna move on, because we have 11 more submissions to get through. Ooh. This is reminding me of OG Dark of All Traits. Who remembers Dark of All Traits and their submissions? That's a throwback. But this is another Titus submission. This one is titled Mirages Part 2. No, sorry, this is a different one. A third edit. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this, question mark. Or maybe I'm panicking, question mark. Made a lot of random photos I had on hand, other than those shadow people, because I had to go to Google. I didn't have any actual good images for that. My favorite part about the shadow images people is that you have the charger from Left 4 Dead right here. But, very interesting, very unique, very stylistic. There is only a very nice teacher here. Yeah, I mean, technically, there is. Gotta go to work now. Bill, it's been wonderful having you, my friend. Thank you for the $2 runos. I hope that you make them back at work times a million. That's right. I hope you make $2 million doing whatever you do. I like the color. The color is fantastic. A very bizarre composition in a fantastic way. Wow. What a coincidence. When you take a wrong turn in a white person's house. That's so funny. I really want to really quickly now. We're doing this. I know that I'm prolonging this stream. I know that I've been stalling and I've been going on tangents. But you'll have to forgive me. I have my moments. This is one of them. It's so stupid. I'm gonna find a font that fits as well. I know there's some people that are probably watching like, oh my god, just get to my edit already, but like, come on. That's pretty funny. It's a closing shift in a butcher's shop. I sprayed dirty water all over the place. Oh my gosh. Darlets for real? Which I did manage to play, by the way. Great, fantastic game. I need to do more in regards to that. Titus is probably like either gonna find this hilarious or be like, I cannot believe you desecrated my hard work. But I hope he's a good sport. They're a good sport. Regain the financial loss. Comic Sans, Papyrus font. Papyrus would be funny. Comic Sans, I don't think I have Papyrus on here, though. Oh my gosh! That's much nicer. What is this? Pokemon symbols? Look at that. House sex. House sex. That's actually, I don't know why this kind of works for me. But I need them to be like, I need the kerning or the spacing to be a little further apart. So maybe this isn't the one. It kind of takes up a little too much space in the image overall. That's kind of funny. This is kind of funny too. It's kind of like the millennial motivational font. House sex. The winter font. TikTok. All right. We'll leave it at that. Just girly things. It's true. The emojis. So bad. There we go. Titus, thank you for allowing us to have a moment to do that, even though I have barely visually analyzed your thing. I think it's very cool that we have this character back here. I like the text all over it. The doggy here. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool image. But we're going to move on because we have 10 more submissions to go through. So thank you. Next up we have Chris. Holy shamoly. This is crazy. So much to talk about here. Where do I even start? This is another one of those images that I feel like very speaks for itself. Shookbot, can you give us a little something, a little tidbit what you think about this image? Because right now I'm still processing it all.
Awkward.
Okay. Not helpful. This is very cool though. I don't ever understand how Chris manages to do these types of things. Amazing as no as heaven. Summer graffiti a bad word on the couch. I cannot make out what that is, I'm not gonna lie. There is a person passed out though. Very interesting. The purple is what I find most inviting is the wrong word given the situation, given that it looks like it takes place in some desolate post-apocalyptic situation, but I wouldn't say pleasant either. It's just very wow, look at the scratches and the rips on the futon. I don't think Chris is with us. I think they probably would have said something by now. Holy moly. And the books. Like, how do you do this? There's so much blending going on. I wonder how cool would be. I wonder how cool would be previous edits if Chris made them. Yeah, me too. I do wonder what, because I feel like Chris only participates like 1 in every 4 or 5 or so. But like every single time they do, it's like peak, you know? The distressed furniture, the debris, the abandoned atmosphere. Kieran, I can't believe you're still here. You're the goat. As in a Shamalama Ding Dong reference. Low schnoz. Dust in the air? Yeah, that's what I said it in my head, but I didn't really say it out loud. Like the volumetric sunbeam which highlights the dust, which gives the effect that there's dust all in the image, which you can kind of see, right? But very cool. And then knocked over furniture, we have some like chairs, I imagine, here, and like a boarded up door. Super cool, super desolate. And then like look at the marks, like they came into the room or something, and they walked and they fell, and then ploop down on, and then there's the couch being here too, and then like it being draped over them, and then their hand, there's some trash and stuff, and it just does not look like a great situation. And there appears to be some type of like TV, and goodness gracious. Sorry, cats were fighting. Glad you like it. I kind of rushed last night. That's crazy. The subtle flex, if you will, or if you won't. Very cool. I'm a big fan of what might be like electrical wires or spider webs or something. I like how it is definitely the original image, but the light guides your eyes to the couch, which is added, but it fits so well, right? Right? Like, I almost thought this was part of the original image. Like, I forgot that I was looking at an edit, right? Like, has this not been here the entire time? Does the original image not have a couch? Just look at that contrast. It's like completely two different things. Actually insane. Thank you, Chris, for your submission. Always so lovely. And Chris also has another message. He wrote, there was so many AI-generated trash assets. Literally have never seen that many while photo bashing before. It was infuriating. Next we have King Squirrel, or King Psy. Spooky thing I did, reference to the Shaq Halloween video where he sold those spooky donuts. Oh yes, the jack-o'-lantern. Sinister donuts, only $3.99. Spooky. Very on brand, very Halloween themed. I was gonna pull up the Shaquille O'Neal video where he's eating the donuts, but I don't want to. I don't want it to be copyright claimed because his agents might be money thirsty and will copyright anything he's featured in, as it is with many celebrities. I don't know if you all saw, but there was one prominent streamer who made a video on one prominent celebrity, and then literally the video got claimed because he didn't sing the song even. He just like read some of the lyrics, and he got copyright claim for it. All right, I gotta go to sleep now. We will watch the stream tomorrow. Have a nice time, guys. Bye, Hiccup. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did, my friend. Go get some nice sleep, some Zorro level sleep. AI stinks like my cat's litter box. Very true. I am hungry now. Yummy. This is fire. It is giving graphic design is my passion. Gotta love it. Thank you, King Psy. Always great to see your submissions. This might be one of my favorites. No lie. If not just for the fact that it's Halloween themed. Mikhail, my friend who was here earlier. They write, we're gonna read out the lore. Oh my gosh. This is a lot. But I'll read it all out because Mike's the GOAT. It's gonna be a lot to keep up with. Here we go. Bellies Therapeutics Phase 3 Trial May 2030. Reporting from Michigan, we are at the Phase 3 clinical trials of Bellies Therapeutics' new drug. What started as an AI startup by a Polish-American 19-year-old University of Michigan dropout turned into a Thiel Fellowship recipient quickly became a multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical success story. Damien was born in a post-communist Poland and moved to Michigan with his mother at the age of 11. Following a messy divorce, his mother got together with a Troy-based Haitian-American car dealership owner. At 17, he was admitted to the University of Michigan. At 19, Damien dropped out and accepted a $100,000 Thiel Fellowship and moved to Newark, California, right at the tip of Silicon Valley. Having teamed up with the South African academic marine biochemist researcher Raymond Goat to start up Bellies Therapeutics 10 years ago, because this is in 2030, Built around the Spear operating system artificial intelligence platform worked on by Damian Michalowicz since he was 15. Its goal being speeding up the process of compound biosynthesis for their CNS drug pipeline, with compounds discovered by deep-sea bioprospecting, the study of deep-sea sea life forms to isolate bioactive chemicals, one such as the chemical being acermonafil, a synthesized version of a wakefulness prometer isolated from a symbiotic fungi in a deep seamont sponges sold under the brand name Telvik. Approved for central fatigue in patients suffering from multiple sclerosis and cancer, and having made $1.5 billion annually. Now Velis's new drugs, Esinabat VTX03, seems even more promising. A non-opioid medication for chronic and neuropathic pain made from a synthetic chemical isolated from a Venus flytrap sea anemone found in the Gulf of Mexico. Velis Therapeutics went public in early 2026 amidst the phase 3 trials of Telvik and raised $3.5 billion in the first week post-approval, one of the most successful biopharma IOPs in history. Velis' stock is now increasing amidst the new trials, with Damian Michalowicz controversially posting "fuck" on his X account with no other context from him or the company, which made the stock rise. Velis' market capitalization is around $25 billion, with 29-year-old Damian Michalowicz net worth estimated to be $3.7 billion, with the Velis CFO, Henry Duache, who is also the step-cousin of Damien from Canada, reporting at a 21% profitability and an even larger cash flow, making Velis an attractive bullish stock. Okay, that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a little cool thing. I like the fact that they used a deep-sea research thing, but I don't like the fact that they probably kill the animals. You are the future of medicine by taking part in this trial. Super cool. I'll take a writing submission. The moist critical incident, yup. Hi Shookey, just want to say I love your vids. Thank you. Suds Butchichi. Minty might have passed out because it is 6 a.m. where they are. Why was there white noise playing in my head when you said all of that? I heard a lot of words, my brain couldn't understand the meaning of any of them. Fair enough. I think it's easier to understand if the text is like on screen as well, instead of me just reading out words very quickly. So I will post it in chat. Probably won't be able to post all of it, but I can try to post it. Yeah, too many words. Okay, I can't do this another 10 times because it says I can only do 200 words a second. But there's the opener, if you will. I would recommend you post that in the Discord if you end up rewatching this, my friend. It's very cool. I want everyone to read that because it's super conceptually interesting. Let's go ahead and continue on to our next submission from Minty. Another Minty submission. I did not expect that. Genuinely, my goodness. And they write, "Yep, last one. As Torma once said, obligatory Yumi Nikki edit at the end. When is Yumi Nikki stream, Shookey? We're waiting. LMAO." Very cool. We got like the same character, it looks like, posted a bunch of times. Wow, that's so creative. Also, obligatory train edit or rail edit that Minty also has to include. The last one had it, and the bakery one had it, and I don't remember if the underground one had it. It probably did though. Marcy AV station. Ooh, it's New York. Shookey. Got the eyes too. The eyes, they're spreading. They're watching. This is really great though. Is that a beheaded character or is it just like on top? Anyways, very cool, Minty. Very pretty. I love how it's edited into the image. It's actually conceptually phenomenal. It's really cool how Michael just built this entire universe and characters. I know, it's like things that I wish I could do, but I don't have that level of like capacity to retain all that and physically write it out. You know, it's either all up in my head or it's just like a blah. Ooh, very pretty. Got our submission from Jew here. This was originally the last submission until I got 4 more. They write, not super happy with it, but I guess it's better than nothing, you know? And yeah, it is certainly better than nothing because I think this is great. It's very similar to Affix Underwater, except instead of it being like a deep purple, we have this like yellowish color. Very cool. Very cool. And I actually have a couple more submissions that I'll quickly pull up. It's a YouTube short. Interesting. And then we have this one. Yeah, the colors on it are sick, like I said. And I am wondering how you actually managed to edit this because it's kind of breaking my brain layer-wise. Like, whoosh. I'm trying to do 50 things at once. I do not mean to not look at the image. Looks like the backroom themed aquarium. Mine is like a deep sea, and this one is like not the deep sea. Oh yeah, that's a good way of putting it. The floor looks really good. Yeah, no, it's edited really well. That's a severed head effect from Yumi Nikki. Okay, so it was a severed head. Fun fact: the water overlay was taken by a friend. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's actually like a physical image. I love the sand at the bottom here. Oh, and we have some noise as well. I do notice the noise. That's always a good touch. It makes the image have some textural variety, and the sunbeams coming in. Super cool. Let's see what it has a oh my gosh, that is crazy. I didn't realize there's a companion image to this, and I didn't even like. What the heck? That is some. That is so cool. That is some like night rain level. Oh my gosh, what? Some like reality shifting. Holy shamoli! Like this was cool on itself. Because of like the colors, and it kind of is like this. It's like someone said the back rooms aquarium type thing, but then it's like, wow, I am a sucker for these colors. That is insane. I'd swim there. That's so sweet. And the drawing, mind you. Oh, okay. There's a third. Sir, a third image has hit the tower. Why did I say that? Shookbot? The people want to know. What are your thoughts? Terrible job, super shit. Oh my gosh, bro. Chill out. He is angry today. He's mad and defensive. What? I need you to say sorry. I need you to say sorry right now.
Is this real? Is anything real?
What a dick. Shookbot, we're gonna look at the third image, and I want you to say something positive. What? That's insane. Oh, I love shifting between. One of my favorite things to do with these images is to like go through and like see how it like changes and stuff like that. But this can like exist on its own as its own little story. That's sick. Alright, Shookbot needs a vacation. Shookbot comes out like once every 2 months and it's just negative. Shookbot, please say something positive.
Oh, I'm liminaling it. Oh, I'm liminaling my spaces.
Okay, that is a horseshoe effect right there. right and for all of us to witness. My gosh. Yeah, you had to go in and make it weird, didn't you, Shookbot? But this is really cool. It gives me claustrophobia. I can see that the drawing is different. You can kind of see the rather than a silhouette, you can actually see like an outline of the character's face. And then we kind of get this geode gemstone locked in a cave type thing where it's like they're never gonna get out. I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out. I'm not gonna lie. Liminaling it. Shookbot, have you no shame? If there's one thing he's exhibited, it's the fact that he doesn't have shame. This looks like a backrooms themed aquarium for a monster fish now. This is really cool. This is, we have 3 more submissions, but this would have been a really cool, like, final submissions as it originally was, but and that's totally fine. But like, this is like a solid one, you know, like if we were to end it, this would be like a solid stopping point. But we're going to continue because y'all are nuts, and we have a couple more submitted past the stream time, which is always okay. I always encourage that. Shookbot is high on that pie right now. Dang straight, Kieran. Gotta go to sleep now. Thanks for reviewing thanks for reviewing the awesome images. Thank you for submitting an awesome image. Yo Gingy 6 Door is peak gaming. We all loved yours. We had many good things to say about it. Very good job. Tried to give that a space, I guess. Well, someone is enjoying the space. Next up, we have Hot Vanilla. Come to me, my child. That is so freaky and cryptic. It reminds me of like a Twilight Zone episode where maybe like somebody's like pretending to be like a Christ-like figure, and it's like come to my child. You walk into the thing and you just it definitely ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. If you know what I'm saying, like it's like a trick or a trap of sorts. Also, yeah, not hugely different from Twitter on the fact that it's really cool. Hold on, I actually need to go back. Okay, so these are different images. That is this image is gonna be my wallpaper probably, just because it's sick. But let me go back here. I like this. Very simple. It's cryptic. I like the usage of font. See, this is a unique font. I've never seen that font before. Okay, that's how we need to do it with the fonts, my friends. We need to pick fonts that are stylistically unique. Told you I was feeling ownership about how I gotta go to sleep now. They're gonna try to give me space. This is the biggest crunch time edit of mine ever, and you still managed to create some really, really, really good stuff. So much that, in fact, it inspired others. So good job. And then we have AJ, who submitted a YouTube short of their image, which kind of, this is cool because it kind of looks like one of those infrared, high-res type things. So I will put this in the chat if you all want to go show AJ some support and some love. Longtime supporter of us. So there you go. I thought I'd just drop that in there. I know it's a little bit of a last minute submission, but might as well shout it out. And finally, we are wrapping up our stream with a video from Torma. As they mentioned, they actually made this during the stream, or maybe right before. They write, sorry about the Google Link drive, but Douchecord has a file limit. That is hilarious, and I'm going to steal that from you. No lie. And I'm going to download it. Not many video submissions this time around. I think last time we had like 3 or 4. This time we only have 2. So, not that I'm, it's fine. I like it. I'm here for whatever. I even thought that Michael's submission was awesome. So, and this is called Teamwork. So let's turn down our wonderful Ludocrypt. And this music is not copyrighted. Wow, we got a lot going on here already. Here we go. We did have lots of GIFs. Good point. Good point. We did have lots of GIFs. Awesome, yay. Cat faces. The cat face is low-key... Whoa, there's a backwards one. Alright, let's just get to it. Man, that was close. We should be safe for now, though. Whoa! Who's this character? Did you draw this? Did you draw this character? Look at those shadows. Here, take this. It won't help against the stronger guys, but it's better than nothing. :3. I wanna confirm if you made this character or not before I say what I want to say. Wow. The music is from my sorta abandoned Yumi Nikki fan game project. Sorta abandoned? Okay, well hopefully it doesn't go full abandoned. You know, never give up on your projects. Even if it takes 2, 3, 5, 10 years. They're always there, you know? You're not gonna go anywhere, so. This is really cool though, kind of like a RPG of sorts. Sabutsuki. The name's Sabutsuki, by the way. What's yours? Madotsuki, eh? The character is from Sabutsuki, from Dotflow, a famous Yumi Nikki fan game. Ah, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever seen you draw like a 2D anime character before. I was gonna say, it's such a break of immersion from the Tormaverse style. Tell you what, took me, maybe we'll get out alive. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. Knife. And I think the image is pretty cool too. Like even this by itself could be like an image edit, you know? Like I can see the theming, right? Where it's like this is like the image in your mental, and you can focus on the doors and whatnot. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But yeah. Incredibile. I said that the perfect pronunciation, I'm sure. We are over 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 2 hours and 1/4 and 2 hours. You found knife. Wow. This has been incredible to showcase and go over. I am really taken back this time. I know I say that every time, like, oh, this might be the best one yet, but like, no, like this seriously might be the best ones yet. Given that there was not much to work with in the image, apart from like the obvious stuff, like adjusting the door, at least it has been the most fun for me to go through. Admittedly, that's my fruit knife I got from an Asian food store some time ago. I really like that you managed to incorporate real life objects of yours instead of just like picking stuff off of Google. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just think it's a really cool, unique way of doing it. Jude does it too with their images. So very cool. And it's interesting too because I know that the images do kind of, I don't know if this one is right, but like typically they're like these high, dense, super detailed textured images, and so I can see those actually like coming through in the edits themselves, and that's really cool to witness just from like a artist looking at another artist's perspective. But yeah, this is wonderful. I need to definitely stop being lazy and upload the airport thing to the website, and then I need to do that as well for this one. And honestly, I don't know if these are gonna fit into like a video showcase the way I typically do, given that they're so stylistically different and unique, that I might need to come up with something else. So this one might take a little bit of time. And I've been so busy that I don't have any video projects in the works right now. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I did make a YouTube short that for some reason is like popping off, and I hope that me mentioning it doesn't, you know, for some reason like the algorithm gods just decide to stop. Not that it really matters to me, but you know, it's nice. I'll admit it, it's nice. But yeah, that's just besides the point. I hope I'm not giving somebody a seizure by flipping through these images so quickly. I'll stop on like that one. Yeah, it was really fun. Poaching for berries or non-toxic mushrooms to use objects I find IRL. Thank you to all. I'll end it around here. All of them are the best, yeah. Thank you, Kieran. I think that's just how YouTube Shorts works, to be honest. Take care, y'all. Let's wrap it up here. Thank you all. This has been great. This has been wonderful. Remember, Shooktober. I'm gonna stream it probably on Halloween, probably the 31st. Maybe if not, like a couple days after. Maybe not on Halloween, but first place, Discord Nitro Premium or a gift. Second place, regular Discord Nitro. Third place, a high five. I know that I just, everyone just participated in this, so hopefully I'm not forcing burnout on anybody. And of course, it's all for fun, so if you don't want to participate, that's perfectly fine too. But just thought I'd mention it one last time, as that is also ongoing. I'll make a post about it on the 15th, since that'll be the halfway point of the month, or maybe the 16th, but we'll see. Excited. We get to do another one of these so quickly in proximity. It only makes me want to do more of these, and I space them out so much because I feel like I just feel bad for doing this, Like, I know you all enjoy it, but I feel like I'm not giving enough back. So, hopefully, I can find a way to do that somehow. It feels more, symbiotic, I guess? I don't know. Anyways, thank you all so much. That's enough yapping from me. I hope you take care. Have a wonderful rest of the night. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. And, yeah. Thank you all so much. Love you all. Take care, take care. What else more can I say? Shookbot, let's close it out. What do you got to say for us?
Why do y'all's quotes include the word Shookey in them?
I guess he's got somewhat of a point there. He's not a narcissist. He's just an asshole. Alright, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.